What stopped you from committing suicide? My kids wouldn't understand, and I feel like they would believe it was something they had caused. Not just my own brain. My family. A few months ago I had a really bad day in my high school, where I'd walk around holding in tears to avoid breaking down in school, where I'd devise a full plan to bite down on a towel and chop my arm with a sharpened knife while they were asleep. I bid my sister farewell, but she and my mother stopped me and halted my access to the knife, and I just never got past spending a solid 10 minutes sharpening it during the day. I bought crappy liquor and couldn't stomach swallowing the rest of the pills. My lack of suicidal ideation. My parents. Suddenly. It got better, honestly. Blind ass faith. My mom, the thought of her finding me / dealing with the aftermath outweighed how badly I wanted to die at the time. Fortunately now I'm in a much better place. The fact that Hawaii exists. My mom called after her shift saying that she was picking up a smoothie for me, and asked me if I needed something else. I was about to do it. I didn't have to ask for anything that day, she just called, and it was a reminder of how loved I was, despite of everything crashing around me. I'm so depressed I want to die. I'm also too depressed to give it a try. The emptiness inside me that wants it all to end is also so crippling, I have no motivation to actually proceed with the plan. I don't know. I'm here now, and that's what matters. My family didn't have to take out loans for funeral arrangements. My mother wouldn't see me leave the house, but would see me under a tarp. My father would never go bowling with me again, he'd relapse and blame himself. My college diplomas would be nothing. My cameras would never be used. My cat would search for me. My bird wouldn't understand why I wasn't coming to him when he said laugh like daddy like he always did. This was the first time he ever said it without hearing his best friend start laughing. And I wouldn't ever be able to change any of this. So I guess that's what did it. I just know if I died, the amount of pressure that would put on my remaining sibling in not a great way keeps me going. My apartment was too disgusting. I couldn't force my family to have to pick through all my shit and see how I lived. I couldn't kill myself until I tidied up. I can't tidy up because then it'll be okay to kill myself spiral. My apartment is clean now. I'm not ashamed to have people come over. And I'm still here. Hurrying my family and mostly my friends. I don't want to be the reason they have to deal with another death in these difficult times. Men. The mental image of my father and children sad about me being dead. Well, I tried to kill myself via overdose with pills. I took said pills. I woke up as I was overdosing. It was one of the worst experiences of my life, felt awful and called a friend. They happily got there in time. I remember getting into their car and then apparently I started having seizures in the car. Next thing I knew I woke up in the hospital, but I remember screaming as they inserted the catheter in me. Never tried again. Dying hurts. People would have to deal with the aftermath of my death, expensive funeral, donating my things, telling my friends, clearing my phone and room, getting my dogs to understand I'm gone, etc. I can't handle the thought of putting anyone through that. The song 45 by Shinedown. I was in the middle of taking enough pills to, possibly, odd, and it came on in a shuffled playlist. Send a message to the unborn child, to keep your eyes open for a while, in a box high up on the shelf, left for you and no one else, there's a piece of a puzzle known as life, wrapped in guilt and sealed up tight. That verse kinda hit me in the face and made me think, what if I can grow out of this? It dropped a seed of doubt into my plans. I puked up what I'd swallowed and slept for about 18 hours. I woke up with the shittiest headache ever, but I woke up. Faith, music and really good friends. My depression is so heavy right now I don't even have the motivation to shoot myself. The wooden bar I tied the rope around snapped. I just don't have the balls to do it. Even overdosing was too scary for me, had the pills all laid out in front of me and everything. The fact that I generally enjoy life but my brain fucking sucks. Stupid brain and its stupid bullshit. I didn't take enough pills. Another handful would have been it for me, but I guess I didn't really wanna die skeptical. Stay strong y'all and remember to breathe. My animals and I knew my mom would be sad, especially since I thought about it like a week after my dad passed. That's when I decided to get help. My son was born on the day I planned to commit suicide. My dog. I was sitting in my recliner with a revolver in my hand. I hear a car door shut. It was my mother and sister randomly showing up at my apartment. They don't know this story, but they saved my life that day. My kids. I can't imagine how much damage that would cause them. However, I do dream about Obliviate being real. If they didn't miss me, I could just disappear and it'd be okay. My dogs. Being an atheist. Would have done it by now if I didn't believe it was lights out. Had some good moments in my life. Never had any good moments before I was alive. A whole lot of nothing. Why would death be any different? So, I plod on. I didn't want my family to find my dead body. I didn't want them to blame themselves for my suicide. I am still very much suicidal. I think I'll be dead very soon, but I really hope things won't get so bad that I go through with it this time. I don't want to die. I don't want to ruin my family, but I really don't see any other way out at this point. I don't think I could ever be happy no matter what I do, but hopefully I'll be proven wrong. The first real reason was my pediatric doctor. Dr. Gupta. She was the sweetest woman, and was the first person to see the pain in me when I was like, only 13. She had been my doctor from when I was 9 to 21 liters. I'll never forget when I was like 15 and severely depressed, emotionally neglected / emotionally abused at home, undiagnosed ADHD. She grabbed my shoulders and told me, if you ever feel like you're completely alone, if you feel like nobody cares or loves you, please think of me, how much I care, and how much I love you and how proud I am of you. In those dark times, if you can't find a reason, please think of me. When I left the practice we took a selfie together. I miss her so much. I should write her a letter. Are you okay, Op? My DMs are open if you want an anonymous stranger to talk to. Currently, my kids, but just barely. List. Cons side was a lot longer than the pros side. I don't want my death to hurt my friends or family. I mean, suicide is such a sad way to go, and I don't want my nieces growing up knowing their uncle committed suicide, or my brothers and sister going on knowing their baby brother killed himself. Or my mom. Jesus, my poor mother. Losing as a child is one of the worst things that can happen to people. Why would I do that to my own mother? Overall, I know I could do it. I have that power over myself at least. Wish I could say death scares me, but it just doesn't. A serial killer could break into my house tonight and all I'd be scared of is them hurting my family. So I'll keep on going for now. I won't kill myself unless all my friends and family suddenly drop dead. I'll die however I die, whether that's by me getting run over by a car on the way to work, getting shanked by an angry customer, getting cancer, or dying of old age. I'll be content. The thought of leaving everyone I love so dearly. My Pokemon card collection. My cat. I knew my mother wouldn't take care of her when I was gone. Mom was alive, dad was dead and had a young sister. That worked for a while. Then things hit the fan and a friend realized what I was about to do and stopped me. Then mom and sister worked for a while. Now it's wife and dogs. I could never leave them. It was New Year's Eve and my brother was going to cancel his night out to stay home with me and keep me safe. I couldn't deal with the guilt of ruining his good time, so I dropped him off and picked him up the next morning. If it hadn't been for him threatening to stay home and the huge amount of guilt I felt for that, I wouldn't be here today. I got a lot of help after that and I'm doing amazing now. But I will forever be thankful to my brother. First time, basic anatomy. Don't know where or how it all works when you're 10. Second time, not wanting to leave my girlfriend, now wife. And a bit of spite of not wanting my narcissistic and emotionally abusive mother to outlive me. Tried it 4 years ago. I'm still not really sure. So I'll say that probably I didn't actually want it to do it. The noose was already a bit tight and I was choking, but it was loose enough for me to stick my hand in it and I was able to get rid of it. Then I sort of felt embarrassed, because I knew that doing exactly what I did was the second worst thing that can happen, cause you can seriously injure yourself, like, permanently damage your brain. So I guess I'm now in the group that can say don't do it from experience.